right now with our latest update roundup, and I'm just about to go live on Instagram as well. If you're not
Awesome.
following us on Instagram, make sure you do so. It's pebble.rei. We've got a lot going on there. And hello to the world of Instagram. Hello to YouTube, Facebook. We've just crossed the 1,000 mark on subscriptions.
1,000 subscribers. That's
Yeah,
a
on,
big
on
deal.
YouTube. And so that was pretty cool. Anyways,
Awesome.
welcome to today's update roundup. That's February 2023 update roundup. We've got a lot of things to share with you, and we're just gonna jump right into things. So
Yeah.
the first thing, as usual, thank you to everybody, our followers, our guests that come on the podcast, people who give us feedback, the people that I get to demo and give me feedback. It's just the community means so much to us because we
hmm
built this for you guys, and you're the ones that give us the direction. So it's so important. So thank you, and thank you for all the support that we get.
hmm
So let's jump into our latest updates. And again, I'm saying hi to the Instagram world here. Um, cool. So first things first, we have launched brand new spanking plans. We've got our new starter plan, which honestly is pretty sweet. I mean, our old starter plan, you didn't get access to discounted mailing. You paid the regular mailing rates. You literally save money now. You can handle your seller leads on there. You can even do all your communication under our starter plan. So we've
Yes.
got a brand new starter plan. We've got something called the growth plan. It's for you and a VA. It was sort of uh, our sort of somewhat like our old solo plan, but you've got a lot more things. Obviously, now the phone system now is included. So we're super excited to be announcing that as well. So that's in our growth plan. And then there's our what we're calling the scale plan. And the scale plan
hmm
is unlimited users. It includes up to 6, but you can continue to add on more. I know that's been something that we've been sort of working with a lot of others, and we sort of made sense in terms of pricing them to make that all work. Now it includes things like 6 phone lines. There's a lot. We're going to be talking about what else gets included in some of the features. So brand new
hmm
plans. If you're interested in Pebble, do check that out. Cool. I'm going to keep going on here. Call recording. Kevin, I'm going to let you take over this one.
Yeah. So this is one that we've been talking about, and we just had a few things to sort out here. But we now have call recording. So if you are using Pebble and the new Pebble inbox, and you have a phone number, when you're on a call, you'll see a new record button there in the bottom corner where your little call window is. And at any point, you can hit that record button and start recording the call that you're on. Um, yeah, so that's a huge feature. Once the call is ended, that recording will show up right there in your call feed. So you can even have, if you've got multiple conversations from the same person, all of those recordings will be listed there. So if you have a VA that needs some context, they can just hop into that inbox, the inbox, pull up that conversation, and then start playing back the conversations that maybe you've had with the seller and get the context that they need. The one thing to note about this, and we've updated our terms of service to reflect this, as well as updated some of our guides, is that for those of you who are working in states, there are some states that require you to notify notify the person on the end of the line that you're recording. This is not all states, but it's like California, New York, I think like Missouri or something. There's like 10 states or something that make it a legal requirement that if that person is in that state and you're talking to them, you have to tell them that you're recording. And if you don't, you may possibly be opening yourself up to some legal liabilities. So just keep that in mind. If you're talking to people in California, before you click that record button, just say, "Hey, I'm going to record this call. Is that cool with you?" So yeah, just something to note. We don't want anybody getting in trouble. So yeah.
You know what's really crazy is people don't realize this, but we basically built another software into our software. Literally,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
this is an this is what companies like OpenPhone or CallRail, like I used to use, basically that's all they do. That's all now included inside of Pebble. We're going to continue to build things out for it inside of Pebble as well. So really cool stuff. The whole point here is to centralize your communication. When you can get everybody on that same page, then this makes it so much easier to actually build repeatable processes and keep the team on the same page. When you need to make pivots and changes, you're going to be able to do that easily inside of Pebble. That's the whole point of bringing it under one roof. Cool.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to keep going on here for now. And by the way, if you guys have questions on Instagram, I see Ray here. I'm going to say hi, Ray. If you guys have questions on YouTube, Facebook, please type in it. We will see it on our broadcasting system here. Oh, okay. Cool. Text message attachments. Kevin, you want to talk quickly about this one as well?
Yeah. So if you are texting with somebody, so you've got your phone number in Pebble, you're texting with somebody, you can now upload attachments to that text message thread. So if you need to, if somebody asks if they're a buyer and they're saying, hey, can you send me a picture, another picture that's not on your website, you can just click the attachment button, pick a photo from your computer and upload and send them via text message that image. So they'll see it right there in their phone, just like they would if you were texting someone from your phone. So
Kevin,
images.
Do videos work as well?
Yes. I believe it's almost any file. So videos
I was
work.
testing videos the other day, and I remember saw videos. So it's like videos work as well. Yeah.
Yep, videos. You can even do like files and stuff. Like if you wanna attach a PDF, like you've generated a contract, you want to text it to somebody, you can now do that. So you can just hit the PDF there and text them a contract if that's the way they would like to receive that.
That's awesome. You see, there's so much going on that even though me and Kevin are running this whole thing, I'm even sometimes like behind on some of the things that we have in the nuances, and Kevin's always the one to talk to about that. But all right, the big one here, let's talk about the custom deal boards here, Kevin.
Yeah, so I can demo this. Let me
let's
share.
do it.
Share my screen here.
Sure.
Chrome tab. Hold on.
I'm going to make sure Instagram world can see this too. All right. And I'm going to broadcast that. Cool.
Okay. So we're all right. So what we have now, well, this is not quite live yet. And I'll talk about when we're going to be shipping this and how we need your help to get this working, is our new deal boards. So for those of you who are daily Pebble users, you're very familiar with the buyer deals and the seller deals board here. So you've got the swim lanes, and you can move your cards around and track all of your work that needs to be done. Now, what we will have soon is the option to add additional deal boards. So beyond just sellers and buyers, you can now have additional deal boards. And this really opens up a lot of cool things. The first one that we are going to be talking about is an inventory board. So let's just walk through a basic use case of why you might want to use an inventory board. So let's say I've got this seller here. So they're seller McSeller. He's got a property here in Tennessee that he wants to sell me. Let's say I'm negotiating with this person, and I say, okay, I've sent him a contract, and I get that contract signed. So I've now got a legal contract that I've got rights to the property. Maybe I'm now contacting the title company. So I'm now ready to start marketing this property. I have not yet purchased it. It's still got to go through the steps of title and closing. And sometimes that can take 3 or 4 weeks before that actually gets done. But I'm ready to start marketing this. I'm ready to send a photographer out to the property. I'm ready to publish it on my website. All of those things that go along with my inventory. So with a new inventory board, I can track all of those tasks that are related to my inventory with another board. So here I've got my properties, I've got my seller, and now I want to add this property to inventory. So I'm gonna pop open this boards tab here, and we've got this is a test property, so I've got this in multiple places. But let's just say that I want to add this to my inventory board. I'm going to say, let's say Tennessee property, 5 acres. I'm going to put that in the marketing prep stage of my inventory board. It's going to include this property. I'll click save. And now I've got that, that there. So let's pull up that property. And this is now in my inventory board. Let's just go to the inventory board here. So now I've got that property in my inventory, and I can start doing tasks that are related to my inventory. So let's say I need to contact a photographer, right? So I want to contact photographer.
While Kevin is doing this, this is like building out your SOPs. This is so important, something that I'm going to be pushing a lot more about. Especially, I'll talk a little bit about the challenge coming up ahead, but this is really important, things that do not get taught or talked about much in the world of land investing. So anyway, so what Kevin is building out, the checklist here is just your orders of operation. What are you supposed to do when it comes into this stage of inventory?
Mm-hmm.
And this can get automatically generated.
Yes, you can create this as a saved checklist so that every new inventory item gets this checklist. You can have your VAs start going through and doing these items. But we've got an inventory item. So I've got this property now. And again, it's still going through my seller board. I've not yet closed on the property, but I'm starting to do the marketing process. I've now got the ability to track these properties through my marketing life cycle. So maybe I have, like, in the first week of my marketing life cycle, I post it to my website. So I've got this on the website. I've now put it as listed. Maybe the second week I add a new stage, and maybe this is send to mailing list.
Yep.
Maybe that's part of a follow-up. So I first listed on my website, just get some organic traffic going to there. If I don't hear anything back in the first week, maybe I then post it to my mailing list. So now I move it to my mailing list. Somebody sends that out, sends an email blast on my weekly newsletter. And then I can track this property through multiple stages of my marketing process. And a lot of people, they'll recycle the thing. So if it hasn't sold in that first month, maybe they bring it back, they repost it on their social media feeds, they resend it on their mailing list. So you can imagine that I've got multiple stages of my inventory, and each property is going through those stages. And each stage has different tasks, maybe different people who get assigned to it. So you can really open up a lot of options for tracking your inventory, sort of separate from your acquisition process and your sales process, and do all those things.
Yeah, I think there's
Okay.
so many uses for custom deal boards. If you wanted to have a board to follow up with later, or with leads later, and put them in a place that you can check up on them later, you've got a lot of different ways you can utilize different boards.
And another thing that we'll mention here is that because of this restructuring of things, where we now have separate boards, we actually have the ability to create many different boards. So maybe you have a whole team, and you want each team member to be responsible for a different board. So you've got, each team member has their own board. So you can create a board for each team member, and that team member is specifically focused on that individual board. You could create boards for tracking, tax sales, or tracking different things as part of your business. It really opens up a whole new level of customization, being able to create different boards. So we're really excited to see what people come up with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing again, like Kevin just said. How are you guys going to use that? Think acquisition managers. See, every team can have their own board, as Kevin just mentioned. So a lot of cool stuff
Mhm.
in there. And Kevin, when can people expect that to sort of roll out again?
Yes. So what we're looking for actually is a few people to do some beta testing for us. So this will be basically next week. We'll be doing some beta testing. We've got a couple people that have started to use it already, but next week we will get some more people in there, start using it, make sure that everything is working as expected, and we can expect this to be live the week after next. So that would be when is that? The 17th or the
20th.
20th? Yeah, the 20th. So expect this to be live for everybody on the 20th. And then if you would like some early access and are willing to help us test things out, just send us an email or ping us on
Comment, you
Slack
know
and
what?
we'll
Comment
get
on
you.
here, guys, on Instagram or on Facebook, YouTube. We'll see it right now, and I'll get
Hmm.
one of my team members to make note of that. All right, let's keep going on here under the updates here, and it's great to see such a turnout here. Okay, so the next one here are postage rates. Actually, this has already gone up. I do want you guys to be aware of this. USPS has pushed another increase on us that happened the 20th. Nothing new here. I just want to make sure that we're transparent with you guys. A couple things to keep in mind about our mailing here with Pebble. So there are no minimums. We don't care if you're sending 50,000 letters to 50 neighbor letters to one contractor deed, whatever it may be, things like this, right? You have full flexibility, no minimums, and it's a pay as you go. All right. There's no commitment. There's no margin on this for us. We're not a mail house. That's not where and how we generate revenue. That is really a tool for you guys to give you the flexibility. And if you don't know much about our mailing, you should really check it out. Head over to our website. But there are no other systems or mail houses that can have the amount of flexibility that we have. And really, the key highlight here is that our mailing is integrated and acknowledges the data. There's a lot of cool things like never needing to worry about duplicate owners, guys. We don't remove them. We actually passively group them. So do check that out. But I did want to make a note about our postage rates. Okay,
Hmm.
cool. I'm going to go back to the slides here. Oh, look at this. Totally out of order. That's my fault. Uh, call recording, that's coming up, but that's already coming
Yeah,
out.
that's already out. So
Okay. We can remove that. You know what? These are all past things here. I didn't
I
correctly update
think
this. That's my fault.
yeah.
Um, the big one here I want to talk about what's coming up ahead very shortly here as well is our partnership page. So if you are someone who runs a course or an education or has a platform and wants to get involved with Pebble, we are soon to be launching our partnership pages. And so on these pages, you're going to have your own checkout. Yes, there is a partnership commission, if you'd like to call it that. And we've have some amazing partners already, Travis King, Seth from RE Tipster, and we continue to grow that list. But what we're building out is the ability for you to build a master partner account. And what a master partner account allows you to do is if somebody signed up or checked out on your page, right, you would share your link. It could be like mylandtraining.com/pebble. It goes to your checkout page and they check out with you. They would get a carbon copy of your master account. So what does that actually mean? It means all of your documents are ready to go. It means all your stages on acquisition, on disposition are ready to go. It means your
Mhm.
SOPs, your task list, exactly all that you're teaching your students is laid out, and all they need to do is load up the list and get that mailing out the door. And you can even
Mhm.
design your own templates that nobody else would have. That is where the value is going to be a huge add for a lot of our partners. The simple fact that they have everything personalized by you, our partners, and they get access to that immediately. Okay, this
Mhm.
is where we're going to make this so easy for our partners to continue to give as much value to their students as possible and make sure they get to that point of success as quickly as possible, right? So that's coming out shortly here. That's our partnership pages. If you're interested in becoming a partner, shoot us an email, leave a comment here. We'll find that. We'll make sure we'll get you set up. And finally, I do want to talk about the last item in here, the Dirt Hacker Challenge. This is something I am going to be pushing on a regular month-to-month basis. So the next one that is happening, I had a closed one that happened back in January, super successful. We had 10 people. I closed it off at 10. There was one person that snuck in at 11. But we went 5 days all in. I've got video testimonials on this stuff, but I know this was super helpful. And at the end of the day, they've got a lead tracking machine. I go through everything from, mail offer strategy. I don't care about strategy. I just care about that you have the ability to find the right strategy that works for you. So things like split testing, things like even recording your voicemail greeting message. I make sure we stop and we take a break during that session. It's a live Zoom to do that. Things like scripts, playbooks. I talk about our screen quarter method on how to build out SOPs to train your team members. This is across a 5-day. Honestly, I'm no exaggeration here. I feel like it's well over $1,000 kind of a course, and really there is a commitment fee. It's $147. If you're interested, shoot us an email, hello@pebblerei.com. It runs on the 20th. It ends on the 24th. It's a 5-day intensive. It's with me, my awesome partner, Tracy. She's going to be there too. And we're going to be also crediting you back some of that as well. It's just a commitment fee. That I don't really care about. The thing I care about is that you have something, you have that confidence walking out of that session on how to actually optimize and continue to streamline and scale your land investing. Do not miss that. We haven't had to launch that landing page yet. So if you're interested, hello@pebblerei.com. I know that session is going to continue to grow in size. So if you want to get into these earlier ones where you get a much more intimate setting, you'll want to jump on this one. So I want to make sure you guys know about that. Awesome. All right.
Exciting.
And that is pretty much it. There doesn't seem to be any questions here. We got a happy face here. Somebody said the challenge was great. I'm not sure who that was because it doesn't show us the name on Facebook, but I think I might know who that is. And see you all as well, as it says here. And then on Instagram, Andy, thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing as well, joining us live all over the place. This is probably our biggest turnout to date. We had 20 of you guys live here, which is super awesome. The Dirt Hacker Challenge, yes, it is 5 days, an hour every day. Honestly, it goes over an hour. I do a lot of Q&A. Last session was really cool. We had someone he's a Canadian land investor. He doesn't invest in land in Canada, but across the border, Chua. And he was showing us all his SOPs. Like, it was crazy to the detail he had it in. And that was super inspiring. And I know a lot of people were like taking notes, and he was so giving. And I'm hoping that others that are going to be joining on these sessions will be able to share just as much as well. I know it's worth its value. And so it's an hour every day. It starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. It's me, Tracy, nobody else. I do this. You're not going to get anybody else other than me and Tracy. So I'm super excited to see you guys there. If there are no other questions, we will see you usually the first Thursday of every month. But yeah, we'll see
This
you.
week got pushed back because Jesse was on a boat last week.
I was. Finally, I took a little bit of a disconnect vacation, but I'm back now, full swing. If you are interested in learning more about Pebble, make sure you head over to pebblerei.com/demo. I will see you on those calls. Other than that, Kevin's all the way from Korea, guys, South Korea, if you guys don't know. So it's always a tricky thing to kind of get our time aligned here, but thank all of you guys for coming out on this session here. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. See you guys soon.